Computer. Okay, today let's begin in child's pose. We've got our strap, stretchy strap today. Stretchy strap or not stretchy strap would work too. And child's pose. This is where we get to take some good sighing breaths, be grateful that we are here on our mat. Bring your big toes together, spread those feet wide, sink those hips back. And if that doesn't feel good yet, if you need to warm up more, then just keep your hips lifted. And you can still reach those hands far out in front, bring your forehead to the mat. Do some of those sighing breaths in through the nose and sighing out your mouth. Let's bring some of those feelings of gratitude in our body. Thankful for this body, thankful for this practice to help nurture and make space in this body. Every breath, just imagine expanding, finding more space, letting that lung fill completely. Imagine that airy spaciousness just radiating from your lungs. Maybe walking those fingertips out a little bit more. Is there any more space under those arms to create? Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to slide your hands near your head and press up, and we'll find our table position. We can resituate our knees underneath our hips. We'll curl the toes under and send our hips back for the toe stretch. Yay. Rock back and forth, open the bottoms of our feet, space in the soles of your feet. Lots of pressure points there. And then we're gonna bring ourselves back into table. You can set the tops of your feet down flat on the mat. And let's find some breath and movement synchronicity with your cat cows. Let your belly drop. Lift your gaze, lift your tail. Breathing in. And then when you're ready, start with the tail curling under and then round your back like a wave, tucking your chin in last. Push the air out. Begin with your chin. Flip your spine inside out. Bring your belly to the mat. Fill those lungs. It's okay if your elbows are a little bit bent. And exhaling. Do another couple cat cows at your own breathing rate. But try to go a little bit slower, 10% slower with each round. And for the last round, do any other wiggling, any other stretching, maybe moving your hips from side to side. That might feel good. Beautiful. Then from here, let's curl the toes under. We're gonna find our first down dog with knees bent a lot. I like to shift my hips back a little bit and then lift up. So from here, focus on your hands first, spread those fingers wide, press into all four corners of those palms, and then let your head go a little bit, shake from side to side, just loosen up the neck, let your head dangle, and then your gaze is fixed maybe between your knees. Knees could be bent a lot here. Press your shoulders towards your toes. Again, shake the neck. Imagine that nice straight line or swoopy line from your tail to your fingers. Then we're going to pedal out those feet. Spread the toes. Pedal out those feet by bending your knees alternately. Eventually find a still position that feels good. It's okay if your heels are lifted like mine. We'll notice how they shift as we move forward in the practice. And then look forward between your hands. And we're going to walk or step forward towards the front of our mat. Spread your toes wide. And let your head dangle again here. Knees can be bent a lot or not. Whatever feels the best. You can grab opposite elbows and just be heavy. Breathe. Inversions, so good for our heart, our circulation. And then when you're ready, let's focus a nice rooted foot as we roll up. Soft knees, roll up to an upright position, and take your hands overhead, reaching. And then let's interlace those fingers in between. Well, interlace your fingers and then press your palms forward and up towards the ceiling. Tuck your tail under, engage your low belly, maybe even pull up on your pelvic floor and have a strong core. Reach, and then take the left wrist and bend to your right. Really arching, finding that stretch from your hip all the way to your armpit. Then come back through center, release, interlace the fingers behind you, open the chest. Maybe drag those knuckles down and away if you can, gaze up. And then release those hands, circle them back up, grabbing your right wrist, bend over to the left. Really open that right side body. Lots of weight in that right foot. And then come back through center, open, release. Interlace those fingers one more time. And find an open heart space. Imagine each breath filling that heart space as well with energy that is warm and expansive. Intentional with our breath today. And then lead with your heart and fold forward. You can release the hands whenever you like. It feels good. And take a breath here. When you inhale, again, press on your shins and peek forward, flattening your back. Then plant your hands and step your feet back to the top of the plank. Really press that space between your shoulders up. And lifting our hips a little bit so they're not sinking. Just feeling the strength here and a little bit of heat built as we support ourselves. And then lower all the way down. Slide your hands forward and peek up. Looking straight forward. Imagine a nice curve from your tail all the way through the crown of your head. This is a back bend, so if it doesn't feel great, you can lower down and bring your hands underneath your shoulders for Cobra. That feels better right now. Otherwise, elbows underneath our shoulders. And then take your gaze to the right, open our neck. Maybe tilting the head back a little bit, opening the front left. And then gently, slowly taking your gaze to the left side. Just looking over our shoulder. And then gently tilting our head back, opening the front right side. And then back through center. Let your head drop, chin towards your chest. Press the top of your shoulders up. Beautiful. Lifting your head, gently tilted back, just stretching the front neck. Maybe even jut your chin out. And then bringing your gaze back down to the mat, slide your hands underneath your shoulders, shift those hips back, curl the toes under and up to down dog. Beautiful. Taking a couple breaths here. Take that right foot up high, three-legged dog, stretch, reach. Bend the knee, open the hips, stack the hips, right hip on top of the left. Twirl the ankle and then step forward. Right foot forward, find this lovely runner lunge. Beautiful. And from here, drop the back knee, press those hips forward a little more, get a little deeper. Right knee might be over the right ankle. And then grab your strap. You're going to be balancing here a little bit. You're going to come up onto this right knee. So find something that feels okay. Maybe you're too long. We're going to take a strap that is stretchy, whatever stretchy strap you have. And we're going to hold it out in front, maybe with like a foot, foot and a half distance in between. So it's like shoulder width apart. And then from here, we're going to open just whatever is available. So just applying some pressure, engaging those muscles that are between our shoulder blades. Just gently. Having complete control, straightish arm, maybe getting a little bit wider with each stretch. Opening up and engaging that space between our shoulder blades. One more. Beautiful. You can set that down and then bring your arms out to the side and see how that feels. We're going to twist open, right arm back, left arm forward. Just engage those muscles. Let this feel good. Reaching that right hand back behind you, left hand out in front. Breathe through the crown of your head. Beautiful. And then we're going to cartwheel the hands back down on either side of the foot. Lift off the back knee and send that right foot high to a three-legged dog. Stretch, reach, twirl. Let that feel good. And then place the foot down when you're ready. Be still for a moment. Let go of our anticipation for what's coming and just be still. And then when your next inhale, take that left foot high, three-legged dog here, twirl the ankle, bend the knee, open the quad. And then look forward, step to a lunge and breathe. Good, breathe into this stretch. We're opening your hip here. Focus, maybe taking some energy into that back knee and straightening out the leg for whatever is comfortable, no forcing. And then we're going to drop that back knee and press forward a little bit more. You're feeling it open. Couple more breaths here, no rush. With each breath, find a little bit more space. Beautiful. And then lifting up, we're going to bring our strap. This time we're going to take alternating. We're going to lift that right hand up and the left hand comes back behind. So you can grab the strap here and connect those hands together with the strap. And from here, just gently in the same way, we're going to start extending the right arm, but with small motions first. Gently getting a little bit bigger. We're opening up the shoulder as well as exercising and strengthening the triceps, which we use a lot in our down dog. So just taking your time. One more. And release. Find the other side. So wrap that right hand behind. Taking that strap. Yay for stretchy strap. I know that this arm for me is technically a little bit less open, so the strap probably feels longer. For me on this side, it looks something like that. Then when you're ready, start to open and extend the left hand. Just being a little bit longer with each extension. If it doesn't feel good in any way, your body is the boss. Listen and just discontinue to stop. Let that feel effortful as well as opening. Okay, do one more. Release the strap. Bring your arms up and then open to a twist here. Right arm forward, left hand behind. Reach. Crown of your head reaches up, arms reach away from each other. Beautiful. Then cartwheel your hands back down, lift that back knee, let that feel good. And then when you're ready, take that left foot high, three-legged dog. Twirl, set your foot down for down dog when you're ready. And feel the warmth in the back of your arms, your upper arms. Beautiful. From this stillness, we're going to step forward into a forward fold. Take your time. And find opposite elbows here. Feel the heaviness of those arms. Let it stretch your back. And then when you're ready, we're going to circle our arms back up. And grab that left wrist, bend to the right. Press into both feet this time. And then come back up, open those arms wide to a V shape. And then grab that right wrist over to the left. Up and open. And then swan dive from here. Fold forward, hug the back of your leg, and press on those shins and press up halfway. Strengthen the back and lengthen it. Plant your hands, step those feet back, find your strong plank. And then lower down. Elbows squeeze in towards your side, and then press up, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet pressing into the mat. Breathe. Curl the toes under, send your hips high, down dog. Spread those fingers, press into the palms. Beautiful, right foot high. Exhale, step it forward. We're gonna keep that back knee lifted this time and rise up into crescent warrior. Up and open to an open twist, right arm back, left arm forward. You can always drop the knee if you feel more comfortable being stable. Beautiful, wrap that right hand behind, left arm lifts. Cannot resist the revolved crescent. We love it. Okay, and then this time we're going to cartwheel our hands back up and come into a forward fold. So the star shape. I'm going to face you. Star shape, wherever you are. Arms are lifted in somewhat of a V, mirrored by our legs. So from here, reach, 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 and then fold forward. Plant your hands and peek up, and then let your head drop. Press into the mat with your hands, pulling your torso forward, starting to feel a nice stretch. The head is heavy. You can have some engagement in those thighs, pulling your kneecaps up, and press down again with your hands, pulling your chest a little bit closer to your thighs. Beautiful. And then peek up and walk your hands back to the front of your mat on either side of that right foot back into a runner lunge. Plant your hands, take that right foot high, three-legged dog, twirl the ankle, and set your foot down. Breathe. One more breath. Then your next inhale brings your right or your left foot up. Twirl and then step forward. Nice, strong, stable position here before we move up into our crescent warrior. Again, drop the knee if you like, but when you're ready, arms circle up. Feel that back bend. And then open twist, right arm forward, left arm back, arms parallel with the ground, or at least it feels that way. Gaze could be back over towards the left thumb. Strong legs. Knees kind of over that ankle. The back knee is straightish, engaged thigh. Beautiful. And then cartwheel those hands in front and come up to star position. Let that feel good. Maybe gaze up, tuck the tail under, engage this belly. And then when you're ready, fold forward. This time, if it's available, take your two-piece fingers, your first and second finger, and wrap them around your big toe, in between your first and second toe. Wrap the thumb underneath so that it's not a kickstand. Your big toe is encircled by your fingers and thumb. And then from here, peek up, imagine flattening the back, even if there's not much movement. And then fold forward, engage your thighs, and then pull. Pull with your arms. Your elbows might splay out to the side, but your head is heavy. An active forward fold. This kind of counteracts the exercises we did with the strap. So nice, strong tension here. Beautiful. And then release the toes, bring your hands to your hips, and gently lift up. Let's bring our arms back up to a V because it's fun since we're here, and then we'll cartwheel. Cartwheel your hands back down. Around the ball of that right back foot, and then take that left foot high, three-legged dog. Plant your foot when you're ready, and breathe. 3 breaths here. Maybe sighing. Look between your hands and rock a step forward into your fold. Last fold here, press on those shins and peek forward, and then fold in even deeper, folding the back of your legs. Find as much space or length as you can. From the heels all the way to the nape of your neck, imagine the whole back body opening and finding more space between tissue, between cells, between muscle fibers. Breathe space into your back body. And then gently press on those shins, peek up and lift all the way up. Arms circle overhead. Last side bend, do your own version, whatever feels good. You could reach the right hand down. You could hold out of the wrist still, whatever feels good. Then we're going to come back up, tucking the tail under, nice strong core, and then over to the left. Up and open. Interlace those fingers. We'll do that one more time because it feels good. Opening the chest. From here, we hinge at our hips, strong back, folding forward, making a 90-degree angle-ish. Maybe the hands start to move up if that's available towards the ceiling, and then round your back the rest of the way down as much as is available. You can engage your thighs here. Even shift your weight forward a little bit into the balls of your feet, and then release those hands. Where are we now? Imagine the first forward fold, how that felt, how much space you have created since then. Gratitude for your practice and this new space. Then press on those shins, peek forward, we flatten our back. We take that flatness down into our plank. Plant your hands, step back. Nice flattish back. It feels that way, even though it might not look that way. Belly is up and in, nice and strong. And then elbows squeeze to your side as you lower. And then pull your chest through and up, up dog. Tops of your feet flip down onto the mat. Curl the toes, down dog. Spread those fingers wide. Breathe. I'm gonna take that right foot high. Exhale, step it forward. This time we're gonna pivot and plant the back heel. We're rising into warrior one. Rising up, take your hands on your hips and just imagine rotating so that the hips are pointing forward. Take your time readjusting your stance so you feel nice and sturdy. The feet are separated hip distance. So even though they're not next to each other, imagine that. Circle your arms up strong. Belly is in and up. Pelvic floor is pulled up. Gaze is up through your hands. If that doesn't feel good, gaze forward. Beautiful. Open twist here, right arm back, left arm forward. Sink a little lower. See if we can't inch those toes forward. Gaze is back. And then just take your arms in trade places. Warrior two. I'm going to heel toe my right foot. So now it is aligned with my back foot. Palms face down, reach those fingertips and the right hand away from the left fingertips. Sink low. Feeling strength. Feeling strong, feeling it build. And then straighten that leg and find your triangle pose. Reach forward and tip your hip down. Right hand comes down to the right shin. Left hand reaches towards the ceiling. You can press gently onto that right shin and try to rotate those shoulders. Left shoulder back. And then revolve this triangle. Right fingertips are coming down. You want to use a block here, that's fine. You want to step that left foot forward a foot or so, that's fine as well. Left fingertips down inside the right foot. Right arm goes up, open, twist here. That shape. Breathe. And then the right hand comes down. Prepare and resituate yourself so that you can find your three-legged dog. Left foot goes back again. Palms plant. Take your right foot up. Twirl, stretch, reach. Let that feel good. Maybe bend the knee and stretch out that quad. Lots of work. Thank you, quad. And downward dog for a few breaths. That feel good. On your next inhale, take the left foot up, reach, reach, reach. Step it forward, right behind or underneath your left hand. Plant the back foot in an angle and then rise. Hands to hips. Imagine hip points pointing forward. Readjust feet as much as you need to. Press into the outer edge of that back foot and circle arms up. Belly in and up, belly engaged. Pelvic floor engaged, gaze could be up through the hands or forward, sink a little lower. Beautiful. And let that heat build. Open to the twist. Right hand goes forward, left hand back. And maybe even take those toes forward a little bit, get a little lower. Breathe. And twist your torso, left hand in front, right hand back, setting it up for warrior two. I take my foot and align it with my back foot now. Palms face down or maybe up this time and sink in. 90-degree angle with this knee if that's possible. Last little bit of effort, breathe. Maybe a lot of effort. I don't know about you, but I can definitely feel the burn. Thank you, strong leg. Then we'll straighten, palms face down, reach forward, triangle pose, left hand down, right arm up. Let that feel good. Breathe. Again, maybe that right shoulder comes back a little bit and you can open your heart towards the ceiling. A little twist here in the spine as your gaze is up towards the right thumb. Now we revolve this triangle. Right hand comes down, fingertips inside or align with that left foot, I'm gonna step my right foot forward a little bit. And then when you're ready, now the hips are facing the ground and we rotate that left hand up. Swing that left arm up, revolving the twist, revolving the triangle. Breathe. Harder to breathe in a twist, so be mindful. Allow your breath. Very good. Left hand comes down, step that right foot back again, preparing for down dog. Plant your palms, take the left foot up, three-legged dog, twirl the ankle, and plant your foot. Breathe. Good breath. And then look between your palms, and when you're ready, walk or step forward. This time, maybe bring the big toes together. Heels might be slightly apart, but spread those toes, maybe lift all of your toes and then set them down. Nice wide splayed toes. Relax the head and just be imagining equal pressure on all points of your feet. Shifting forward or back or side to side, find that point where it does feel balanced. And then squeeze those knees together, squeeze your thighs together, and we're just gonna find a chair pose. So knees are bent, hips are sinking back and down, tuck the tail under, belly is in, arms reach. Breathe. Beautiful. And then reaching up, standing up strong, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears and then down and back. Palms are facing forward. Big toes are still touching. Tuck that tail under a little bit, pull the belly in. Just feel the strength of this mountain pose. And imagine the weight in the bottoms of your feet. See if you can't equalize that pressure. Strong. We are strong, sturdy, tall, aligned. We are aligned. Tail to crown. Beautiful. And then we're just going to take a seat. So find your strap, take a seat. Legs out in the front, staff pose. And from here, gently place those fingers behind you, open the chest. And then keeping that openness, plant your palms. Flex those toes back towards you. Nice staff pose. Beautiful. Taking the arms up and then folding forward. Maybe I grab my shins or my ankles or my big toes or even the outsides of my feet. Wherever you are, peek up. Imagine straightening your back and then around the rest of the way. Engage those legs. Let it be an active fold with your legs. Flexed toes, flexed thighs, flexed quads rather. Beautiful. Okay. And then coming up, roll the shoulders down and back. We're gonna take our stretchy strap. We're gonna come down onto our back and we just stretch the back side of our body. Reach your hands overhead and do a full vertical body stretch. Beautiful. Then we're going to take this right knee into our chest, give it a good hug, good squeeze. And then take your stretchy strap under the arch of the foot, so you have it in both hands, and then extend that leg up. And then from here, we're going to do some active pulling it down with this strap. So we're going to bring the leg down actively while we kind of pull the strap. So you get to be the judge of how far you go and what feels good. Bringing that down, feel stretch, and then gently, slowly, with control, bringing that leg back up and down. Just holding the strap above your navel. That'll be your fulcrum point. We'll do 5 of these total. It's my second. Just being so slow, so mindful, so controlled. Hip joint right now, getting those micro muscles around our hip joint that stabilize us, that keep us moving forward but stable. Beautiful. One more. I think that was 5. I did lose count. All right. If not, you got a bonus. Or lucky. Okay, hug that knee into your chest. Let that feel good. We're just going to draw the knee across our chest for a twist. You can let that right arm reach out to the side, perpendicular to your body if you like, or just keep it near you if it's too much pressure for your twist. Beautiful. Coming back up. Hug the knee one more time. Stretch that foot long. Reach your arms overhead. Good inhale. Sigh it out. And then taking the left knee in. Nice squeeze. Nice pull. Notice the open space that you're making there in that hip as you pull this left knee in. Then take our strap underneath the arch of the left foot, extend the left foot, taking the strap with both hands down towards your navel, and then extend. So flex those toes. We have a nice strong left leg. Then when you're ready, begin the journey. The slow lowering without touching the floor and then gently lifting. But the control and the slowness is the magic of this experience. So slow, controlled. Notice what muscles you're using. And breathing. Breathing all the while. See if you can't make it even slower. Feel good. Be connected with the movement. You are conscious following that movement. Just bringing it up. And when it's up, bend your knee and remove the strap. Give your knee a good hug. Beautiful. Taking that knee across your body for the twist. You can hold that knee with your right hand. Left arm might go out to the side. You can look up or over at the left hand. Just finding whichever pressure is right for this twist, for this side. No forcing. And then gently back through center. Give the knee a squeeze. Beautiful. Reach your leg long, reach the arms overhead. And that feel good. And then bringing the hands down by your sides, pull those heels up, planting the soles of your feet on the ground. Knees are bent towards the ceiling. Or we're going to do a little bit of bridge pose here. When you're ready, we're going to lift the hips. But first, let's pigeon toe our feet a little bit. Turn those toes in towards each other a little bit. Then press through the heels and lift your hips. See if you can't roll into the tops of those shoulder blades a little bit and get that belly button reaching up towards the ceiling even more. Press down through your heels, press forward through your shins. If you want to interlace those fingers, press the pinkies onto the mat, feel free, or just keep your palms on the mat, somewhat pressing down. Good breath. And then gently release. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock on the low back. And plant your feet, windshield wiper, roll across those glute muscles. Knees from side to side. One more bridge. Palms flat, pigeon toe, press through the heels, lift the hips. Release the fingers if you like, shimmy under the tops of your shoulder blades if you can. Imagine pressing those hip points, those two hip points up towards the ceiling. You can engage your glute or even release your glute muscles and just use your quads and your back, whichever you prefer. And then down. Grab those knees, one more side to side. One more windshield wiper, bring the feet down. Maybe your feet are wider this time. And you really take those knees from side to side and feel the stretch where you do. Beautiful. And then from here, extend those legs. Find your hands, palm facing up, arms slightly away from your sides. Whatever angle feels great so that you can be in the flat parts of your shoulder blades. Letting the gaze fall blurry and maybe closing your eyes. Notice your breath. Let it be natural and effortless. Feeling heavier and heavier into the mat with each breath. Notice your breath again. Maybe wiggle some fingers or some toes. If you feel like reaching your arms overhead for that long body stretch, enjoy that. Eventually coming to your side, using your arm as a pillow. This is a good place for finding gratitude. Place some new beginnings here. Fetal position. Be grateful for with your body. Grateful for its strength. Grateful for its willingness. Absolutely grateful for this breath. And when you're ready, I'm going to press up. Palms down on your knees, tucking that chin in. Imagine the crown of your head reaching up. Take some solid breaths. Feel rooted through your seat. Press your palms together in front of your chest and tucking our chin. Bowing with that humble gratitude. That light and breath in me honors the light in you. Namaste. We'll have a great day.